Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen and I believe in dragons. Even though I believe in dragons, I don't know nothing about them. I didn't know nothing about them back in the day. When I had my awakening and I first met my dragon, I knew nothing. But I'm also not someone who is going to read an entire book because I was far too lazy for that. But I wanted to know everything about it. But I was also someone that was awakened, that was actually, you can say it, stubborn. This is my dragon, and this is my awakening, this is my experience. I don't want anyone else involved in my path. Actually, when I came back from this experience from the other side, I immediately said, no one, no one is going to meet my dragon. This is my experience, this is my thing. And no one knows about my path. No one knows about my dragon. So I kept it hidden. I kept it a secret. But I didn't last it for long because I was constantly saying, look how beautiful the dragon is. Look how beautiful this pendant is that I have." So yeah, I was actually a bit torn into. I didn't know what to do actually. Everything that I did on my path was not by books, was not by actually what someone else said. Everything that I did was out of myself, so out of feelings, out of my instincts. And so that is how I listened to the dragon. That is because I listened to myself. And I was like, for like years, I was like, no one, this is for no one. I'm not going to share this experience with someone else. The dragon is for me alone. You have to forgive me. It's years ago. And I didn't think that humans, no matter who they are not worthy of the dragon. So I was not being able to say that they are that the dragon, that I see the dragon and the dragon is real, and I didn't want to share the dragon actually with others. Yeah, like I said, it's the beginning. It was because the dragon was so darn right for me. Was the right path. This was my angel. I'm not going to share something so pure with something so unpure like a human being is. Like I say, forgive me for that. I thought I was in the beginning of my path. Um, so actually, um, oh my goodness. Act, um, I didn't want to share it, but later on, I came to realize that I need information of someone else. Maybe I need it. Maybe it can help my path because there are some things in my path that I just don't seem to understand, and maybe others can help me. But I've seen other people. When I came to search them for other people, these people were just toying around. Those are not the people that see this path as something serious. I mean, they see the dragon as more like a toy. And I say I was so darn angry with what I saw because I've experienced so many dark and light and so many things on my path, and they just play with it. Oh, it made me so mad, so angry. Why do they play with something so darn pure that there is nothing more pure in this world than the dragon? Why do they play this with this? I didn't understand. So of course it actually was something that that immediately said to myself, you see, you don't need to share this with idiotic people like this. Those are humans that can't even understand what a dragon is in reality. Their little minds only see what they can see in their little games, in their little movies. It's not, they cannot accept a real dragon. They cannot accept the purity of the dragon itself. They cannot, they don't have this connection with them. So later on, I just continued by myself. But there was something in, I know, connection. I know that there are people, that there are dragons that are connected to human beings that seem to understand what a dragon is. So yeah, I continued my path and searched for you, and so I came to find you. And yeah, the dragon. I didn't want to share its power. I didn't want to share the experiences. I didn't want to share the dragon in general. Yeah, they are far too pure to share with humans. But yeah, like I am myself a human, so. But in the beginning of my path, it was so secure. I actually didn't know what to do. And yeah, like I said, books, it was not my thing. And when I read books now, it's still like yeah, okay, you don't know my dragon, Mr. Scanway, even though you must have something of experience in the dragon's path, you don't know my dragon, because if you say to the dragon something that like you have to do is, yeah, then you don't know dragons. You cannot say to the dragon that they have to do something. Not one of them, I'm sure of it. Um, but yeah, actually, everything that I did was alone, my brothers and sisters. So I understand the questions that you have. I understand everything that you say. That what you have to do, which books that you have to read. Uh, if I look back at my own path, I didn't read books. I actually myself didn't know what to do, but after so many years, I'm glad that I didn't know, because that was actually that I could build up my own path. I could build up everything from zero to now, and now, actually, I don't want to brag, but I became someone that knows a lot and quite powerful that I am now today. From zero to you have to build up your own path. Your path is like, yeah, that is no path, so you have to make it yourself. So, and with the dragon shadow, just follow the dragon. There is a dragon by your side, and I know that this path can be very confusing and very hard and very difficult, but the best way to go on this path is go it on by yourself. I know in a spirituality like Wicca, it would be easy, because that would a lot of people know what it is, so there are a lot of leaders on this. But in this case, we don't have leaders, so you have to make it for yourself. For maybe, and that is actually what we actually have to do on the dragon's path. That is um, that no one says to you what to do. I mean, they don't know your dragon, they don't know you. So it's the better way. It's not to read books, and it's not in the beginning to listen to others. The best way, actually, especially in the first years, is to go on your path without asking questions. Too many questions. I mean, maybe if your questions is like, how is your dragon, but not how is my dragon, because they don't know. You can ask yourself the question, how their dragon is, and maybe you can get information from that, and that maybe could be very interesting and could help you further on your path. That is actually a very good thing to do, to ask them for their dragon and their experience. If you want to share it, of course, because I didn't want to share it. I didn't want to. It took me so many years that I finally could talk about the dragon. Hmm. My goodness, I think it's broken here. Oh, such a shame. One of my oldies. Dirty as well. So actually, that is what the Dragon's Path is. The Dragon's Path is living day by day without too much so-called information of what you are. Who the hell knows you? Who the hell knows you for real? Who knows your dragon? Only you. And I said, no one can. And I said, no one knows my dragon but me. So everyone has to shut the hell up. This is my path. This is my dragon. Excuse me. And this is my dragon. Just so I didn't want to share experience. I'm sorry. I'm a bit sick. So yes, what also is actually on the dragon's path, it's better actually to, especially in the first years, to go just feel your way. Just your way is not made, like I said before. Your way still has to be made. Your path still has to be made. I know what humans are. Human wants security. Human wants to know what they are doing. But I know what you are doing. I know. Um, I mean, you know what you are doing. So, and that is just grasping. That is just feeling out what you have to do in your path. Feeling out. Nothing is stick with one thing to do. Everything is free to do whatever you want on this path. And I might show my yeah. I saw the dragon as something so darn pure that humans were not worthy of them to know about them. But yeah, I had a lot of dreams afterwards. And then I finally accepted that the dragon chooses humans to be to have this connection with them. But that was only so many years after I did my path, um after I discovered my path so many years later, that I finally discovered that there are humans who are actually worthy of the dragon. Yeah, darn it. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.